welcome to the Daily Stretch. I'm Kenya. So this morning I wanted to talk a little bit about setting an intention. Now, as an entrepreneur, small business owner, mama, dancer, singer, there's so much stuff going on in my life that when I wake up in the morning, I need to have some clarity about where I'm going to go with my day. And the thing about setting an intention is about kind of like having a goal, but also removing ourselves from the outcome of that goal. So if I were to say, I just want to have an amazing day, I want my meetings to go smoothly, I want to have a great rehearsal. So that is me setting my intention for the day. So it's very general, I'm not very specific, but at the same time, there's a feeling that comes with that. So today I want you to think about, before we get started in our practice, about what is it that you would like to set for your day. This is a great time for you just to ground yourself and help you come into your day with more clarity, more connection to yourself, connected to your intuition, so that you can move forward and feel great at the same time. So just take a moment there. Go ahead and stand with your feet about hip-width distance apart. Your arms are down by your sides, and I'm just going to have you put a little micro bend in your knees. You're going to draw your shoulders down and back. You're going to do a slight pelvic tilt. And so when I say pelvic tilt, normally we might have a little bit of a sway in our back in our natural stance. So here you're going to have a little bend here. You're going to engage your lower abdominal muscles. You're going to squeeze and you're going to slightly bring your pelvis forward so that your spine, your chest is down and ending as if you're trying to bring your pubic bone to your belly button in alignment here, so you're in a nice straight line. So in this position, go ahead and just close your eyes for a moment. You're going to take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again. And that last one. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes. And I just want you to feel the weight on the balls of your feet. Kind of rock yourself back and forth, keeping that composure, right? Keeping that alignment that we just went over. And you're just going to rock your feet back and forth ever so slightly. And you're breathing. And then I want you to stop here in the center. You're going to feel all 10 toes on the floor, your heels on the floor. You have this little bend here. And you're going to sit nice and tall. I tell my dance students, you're going to lift up as if there's a string in the top of your head, and you're getting taller, 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 taller. And I say that's how you have the dancer posture. So keep that in mind. So we're just going to go ahead and get started here. Our shoulders down, and we're just going to start from bringing our ear to shoulder. We're going to start going over to the right. And as you're coming to the right, you want to feel that opposite shoulder pulling down, energy through your fingertips, and then coming back up. And the other side. And this is easy. This is nothing strenuous. This is just an opportunity for us to wake up our muscles, wake up our ligaments, get the blood flowing through our body, into our brains, into our hearts, through all of our limbs. Chin into the chest. Here you might feel a stretch in your spine. Just breathe into it and bringing it back to center. Let's do that one more time, each direction, and over to the right. And up to center. And over to the left. And center. And chin into the chest. Good, now let's start with our shoulder rolls. We're going to shoulder roll to the left onto the back. And we'll do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side, and 1, 2. Maintaining our composure here, abdominals are still engaged. And both. We go back 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Now let's reverse that, going to the front. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Other side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to have you bring your shoulders up to your ears. Take a deep breath in and then just let it drop out. Good, let's do that 2 more times. And shoulders up to the ears and down. 1 more time, up to the ears and down. Good. And just shake out your arms here. You should feel a little warmth in your shoulders, a little warmth in your chest here. So now we're going to practice with a 6 count roll down. Starting from the top of the head, our stance is still here. We're nice and grounded here, right? That pelvis is engaged, our lower abdominals are engaged. The chest is down. You're bringing that pubic bone up to the belly button. You feel like you're trying to kiss here. And so you're feeling nice and grounded here. The tailbone is drawing down into the ground. We're going to bring our chin into our chest, and we're going to come down for 6. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here, I want you to take a small bend, a little deeper than that micro bend you just had in your knees. A little bend here. Drop the head. Breathe in. I want you to straighten just a little bit. And again, you're going to bend. And straighten. 1 more time. And bend. And straighten. And here, you're just going to start straightening. This is easy. Rolling up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. The head is the last thing to come up. Shoulders back. We're going to do that 1 more time. A little faster now. So we come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And bend the knees. And straighten. Bend the knees. And straighten. 1 more time. We bend the knees. And roll up 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And shake it out. Shake out your legs. Let's warm up our wrists and let's warm up our ankles. And then we're going to make our way down onto the floor. So with our wrists, let's go ahead and place your palms out like you're saying, stop in the name of love. So you're going to press your palms out here, and you're just going to rotate your wrists outward. Rotate those hands like you're grabbing onto something. Outward, outward, outward. Now we're going to reverse, and we go inward, and inward, and inward, and inward, and inward. Now that same movement, we're going to add it to our elbows, right? Getting those joints nice and lubricated. So now, same thing as we did with our hands. We're going to go out and in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse, go in. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And shake it out. Let's move on down to our lower body. We're going to start with our right side. Go ahead and extend. Go ahead and point your toe here. Stay nice and elongated here, right? Now that your left leg is supporting you, you want to make sure you have a little micro bend in this knee. The weight, you don't want to drop your hip down. You want to keep it nice and lifted here. Your stomach is engaged. Everything we talked about alignment is the same here. So stay nice and lifted here. Find your balance. If you need a chair for this, go ahead and grab a chair and hold on to that with your left hand. So in this position, everything's engaged. We're going to flex our foot. We're going to flex and point. We're going to point and flex and point and flex. Again, point and flex and point and flex. And here we're going to start doing our little rotation. We're going to roll to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then go ahead and shake that out. Let's repeat on the other side. So, point the toe, flex the foot, and we flex and point. 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. We flex that foot. Now we're going to do our circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Shake it out. Come to the back of your mat. And in this position, we're going to do that same roll down we just did. We're going to roll down until we get onto all fours. So here, everything is engaged, everything's in alignment. We're going to roll down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to place our palms onto the mat here and just walk out. Walk, 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 walk. slowly bring your knees down. Untuck your toes. And here, we're going to get some nice lubrication in our spine, okay? So the same goes for the alignment in this position as we were in standing. So we don't want our butts to be sticking out, right? We don't want our bellies to be sticking out. So we want to engage everything. Bring it together. Bring that lower abdominal together to meet the pelvic bone. You want to bring the chest in. You want to have a nice long spine. Our toes are pointed here. I want you to really press your palms down into the floor here as we do a little cat-cow. So as we roll the spine, we're going to bring our chin into our chest. We're going to feel like our belly button is going up further and further, closer to our spine. Press the palms into the floor like you're trying to push the floor away. Come out of the shoulder blades. And then reverse it. So now this is a little opportunity so you can have a little sway in your back. You're drawing shoulders down. Stomach is still engaged. Look up. And reverse. Let's do this 2 times. Remember to breathe. And up. And one more time. And around the spine. And look up. And then come back to neutral. Now, in this position, you want to loosen up our hips a little bit, okay? Because, you know, if you're standing a lot or even if you're sitting a lot all day, it's usually one or the other, right? Our hips tend to get really tense. Our hamstrings start to get really tense. And this is a good way for you to open that up and keep it open throughout the day. So we're going to do a little hip circles. So same thing with pressing our palms down into the floor. We're going to go in a counterclockwise direction. And so if you can see, I'm coming ever so slightly. The weight is over my palms, and then I bring it back. The stomach is engaged. I'm not quite going far enough to be in a child's pose. Let's do this 5 times. Stomach is in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse it. And it's 1, 2, remember to breathe. 3, 4, and 5. Good. In this position, now we're going to tuck underneath our toes, and you're going to stretch back. Keep the chin nice and lifted. You're going to feel a stretch in your chest. You're going to feel a stretch in your upper back. You're going to feel a stretch in your heels. Good. And then release. Come forward. And let's do that again. Tuck underneath the toes. Lift up the spine. Open up the chest. This is a good stretch to do if you're not quite able to do puppy or downward dog. This is also a good alternative to cobra. And one more time. And we stretch, get a little deeper in the heels here. And breathe. Now from here, go ahead and just walk your hands out even more. If you feel like it, you have more mobility in your hips, go ahead and open up your knees a little bit more. And sit back, draw your head down onto the mat. Fingertips are touching the mat. Keep your elbows up and breathe. Good. From this position, go ahead and walk yourself back into a seated position. And from this position, let's go ahead and take our right hand and we're going to draw it across our chest. And breathe. Now the idea of this 10-minute daily stretch is just to get the blood flowing. This is not to be strenuous. This is to help you get your body started for the day. Now you don't have to do it first thing in the morning, but this is, for me, the first thing I do in the morning is move my body, stretch my body in some way. And this is a very simple, non-intrusive way, especially if you're a little groggy. And let's switch. Breathe, draw the shoulder down. You're holding on to that intention that you had set earlier. So hopefully if you woke up with any anxiety, they should have been washed away by now. And bring it down. So, and we're just going to put our palms down towards the mat. You're going to grab your left arm and you're going to reach up and over, a little modified mermaid. Feel a nice stretch in your side body, but still staying lifted, right? Don't allow your spine to curve. Stay nice and long and reach. If you want to get a little deeper stretch, you can bend your knee more. Bring your palm down, your forearm down. And lift up. And the other side. We reach up and over. And breathe. And lower down. And great. And last but not least, let's go ahead and lie onto our backs. Feet are flat on the floor. And here, I just want you to place your palms right on your belly. Right now you have a nice curvature in your spine here. I want you to press it down. Press down into the mat so your spine is nice and flat. And I just want you to engage this for a moment. Take a couple deep breaths. Good. Bring both of your knees into your chest. But flex the feet. And relax them. Bring your left leg down. You can keep it bent here if that feels like a good stretch for you. But if you feel like you need a deeper stretch, go ahead and lengthen the leg as far as you can, but keep your hips contained. You want to keep them in this box, right? Keep them forward. And if you can, go ahead and extend it all the way down onto the floor. Feeling a nice stretch in your outer hip. Breathe. Keeping the shoulders down on top. And then release the right leg down. So by now you should feel a little longer on one side. So let's do the other side so we can even you out. Bring that left knee into the chest. Relax the toe. Shoulders down, breathing. Allowing your muscles to just melt into the floor. Just let it melt. Remember, if your leg doesn't outstretch all the way, just bend whatever feels good to you, wherever you're feeling that stretch. You want to just stay what's natural in your body. We're not trying to force anything right now. Breathe. Good, and let that leg down. And then one more time, bring both your knees into your chest. Go ahead and just grab around your knees, and you're just going to bring your forehead to your knees. Stay here just for a moment. And lower down. Go ahead and extend your right foot up to the ceiling. Go ahead and bring the left foot down to the mat. Like I said, we're not trying to, how flexible am I? This is the morning, right? Or whatever, any time of the day that you're doing this, this is not about how far I can go. Right now, it's just about waking up the muscles. So, go ahead and grab behind your ankle, your calf, to your knee, your thighs. I'm just going to hold behind my thighs here. Keep it really easy and simple. And if you're feeling a little stretch, great. Hold it here. Flex the foot. Feel like you're lengthening out that muscle. Point to toe. And flex. And again, point the toe. And flex. Hold it here just a moment. Bring it slightly closer into your body. Bend the knee. And bring it down. And back to meet the other leg. Go ahead and bring your left knee into your chest. And extend it up. Hold behind the leg, wherever feels good to you. Shoulders are down. Everything's engaged. Remember, there is no space between your mat and your lower back. And we're going to flex the foot. And we're going to point. And we're going to flex the foot. And we're going to point one more time. We're going to flex the foot. Good. Bring it slightly closer. Bring the knee in. Bring it down. Great. Take a moment here. Go ahead and stretch both legs out. And your arms out. And reach, 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 reach. You can do a little back bend. Get the spine off the floor. Relax and just let everything open up. Nice. Breathe. And just see and feel how your body is more open, how you're a little bit more prepared for the day. I want you to just hold on to this feeling in your body throughout the day and come back to it. Whenever you're feeling stressed or anxious, if the kids are running amok, if your employees or your coworkers are running amok and they're driving you crazy, take a moment. Take a moment to breathe. Take a moment just to do a roll down, stretch your spine. And sometimes that's all it takes, is because we have this energy that lays stagnant within our muscles, and all we need to do is just move it around. Move it around. Let's go ahead and shake your toes. Bring your arms down. Go ahead and roll onto whatever side feels good to you. Slowly making your way up. And then when you're ready, come up to standing. Come back to that stance we were in the beginning. Stand up nice and tall, palms out. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. And there you go. Thank you so much for joining me this morning or this afternoon or this evening. I hope that you feel revitalized. I hope that you feel a little more inspired about your day and how to go about it because, sometimes the solution is all about just moving our body, getting the blood flowing, getting our muscles and our joints lubricated and happy. And that can change everything in our day. So, I'm Kenya Moses. This has been the Daily Stretch, and I will see you again soon.